Hey everybody, this is Fragger and Ray for our weekly look back at
Hey,
Stranglehold.
Stranglehold, John Woo, Chai Yun-Fat. Pew, pew. That's guns, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I love this game.
This is a very, very fun game.
This is a game that I have barely played. I literally picked this game up to do for the show, actually.
Mm-hmm.
See? Dumping my monies in.
Look at that. That's dedication, folks. Stranglehold, though. Great game.
Stranglehold. It's a sequel to the movie Hard Boiled.
Great movie.
It is a fantastic movie. We actually had a little discussion about it. Because you're actually a fan of Chinese cinema.
Yeah. I don't watch Indiana Jones, but I watch,
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale and Hard
Drunken
Boiled
Master.
and all that stuff, yeah.
Yep. You like yourself some Hong Kong cinema.
I do.
Or I don't want to go too deeply into the kind of genre that this is technically, but it's called a gun ballet.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Especially if you've seen the movie.
Well, it's actually what they call it.
Oh, is it? Is that a real genre? Is there like...
It's not it's more like a classification than a genre. But it's actually what they call it as a gun ballet.
Fucking John Woo, man. Just making up genres. He don't even care. He don't give a
And
fuck.
then he just rips Nicolas Cage's face off. But that's a different story.
Shout out to Nicolas Cage.
Shout out to Face Off.
Shout out to Wicker Man.
This is actually a good game to pick up like nowish if you feel like it. To prep for Max Payne 3.
Yeah. I'm sure Max Payne 3 won't be this over the top, but the game's
It is still Max Payne.
It is Max Payne with Chow Yun-Fat.
Yes,
I will say that.
And that is the best way to describe this game. Is like you're playing like Chow Yun-Fat is Max Payne in Max Payne
Without a
in China.
deep, depressing storyline.
But yeah, it's all bullet dodging, jumping on chandeliers, exploding watermelons.
Walking on rails. It's great.
It is. It's ridiculous. Slow-mo plenty. Dual guns. It's ridiculous. It's so over the top and so much fun.
It's a very fun third-person shooter with bullet time and all that good stuff.
But, as we normally do with Albo, we don't want to dig too deeply into the game and the storyline, or in this game, bow bow, badam, guys dying.
Pew pew.
Yes. Let's dig into the achievements. Now, usually we start with the collectibles, but there really isn't any in this game.
Kind of, but not really.
Kind of. It's the only thing is for Origami Master, which is to do the 250 origami cranes. That isn't just to collect them, it's just you have to pick them up.
Yeah, like I think there's more than 250 in the game.
I think there actually might be less.
Oh, really? I could have sworn.
Because you might have to get on your second playthrough.
Okay. Because I remember getting on my second playthrough. Like, if you play through the game, you don't get it, whether, you get it or not. Everything, like, it gets, like, replaced when your new playthrough, so you can just pick up the same ones again. So it's like, oh, all right.
Well, I mean, they're just, like, items.
They're just items. They're not, like, super collectible. So if you play through the game on easy and then go back to the hard difficulty, you can recollect the same origami. So you really don't have to worry about that.
And you're going to want to collect them on the higher difficulties, too, because they replenish your tequila time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun if they were actually bottles of tequila?
Yeah. But that would kind of... I guess that would make too much sense.
Too on the nose.
Yeah.
But now, what we got up here next is probably the more interesting of the achievements, because a lot of these, like, as with most older 360 games, they're very samey achievements. There's a lot of, like, do this many times. I mean, nowadays, that still exists, but they're more dynamic, I'd say.
Yeah.
But back in the earlier days, we had stuff like kill 10 enemies with a 5-star kill rating.
Mm-hmm.
But the nasty one, which is probably one of the nastier ones in the game, is to perform a 50-star style combo.
I remember doing this on the first level. You get stars by, obviously killing people in a certain amount of time, killing people uniquely, like shooting stuff above them or stuff like that. Stylish, yeah. And all that stuff. It's very crazy.
Yeah, you kind of have to... It's one of those things that you'll play through the game, beat it, and then go, oh, it was this easy.
Yeah, like for this, you have to like jump on a cart and run down a rail and shoot air conditioners on people and die. It's great.
It's ridiculous. Those of you watching the video, because obviously whenever we make these, there's no video. People still don't get that, by the way.
Yeah, I have no idea what Fragger's doing right now. He could be on the title screen for all I care.
Maybe I'll be able to just put a title screen into this video right now. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm too lazy. That's like the editor's code. If I say I'm not going to do something, then I do it. And if I say I'm going to do something, I don't do it.
Wah.
Yeah, I know. It's how editors always do things. Moving on.
Yeah.
We have, there's a ton of these, too, which is, like, the Master Precision Arms. Every single one of your tequila bombs, I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Do them a certain amount of times. Like, this one is specifically kill 50 enemies with precision aim.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's like a super move.
Yeah, it's like you zoom in, and it's like, it does like a...
Enhance.
Yeah, enhance, and you shoot, like, one bullet in the bullet. Like, it does that cool thing where it follows the bullet into the dude.
Yep.
It's great. Also, you can shoot him in the junk. Oh, it was funny. And there's other one, I think it's called a barrage, where you spin in a circle and spray. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's for every single one of the tequila bombs, except for health.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which doesn't make sense. You use health 50 times on a dude.
Yeah, you're gonna use that regardless, so.
Exactly, you're gonna need to. But now, this one is kind of interesting, because this is... I don't remember these being in the original movie, but I think this is actually an homage to Desperado.
Yeah, I think it is.
Which is, I don't know how to play those, which is in the mega restaurant level, complete the casino or restaurant without using the guitar cases.
Shout out to Antonio Banderas.
Mm-hmm. Well, how could you not?
Yeah, exactly.
Antonio Banderas. Oh, and Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, oh yeah, that guy too.
But yeah, they use the guitar cases in both that and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. And just like in the game where you start the level, you're holding them, and you obviously, you fire like crazy out of them, and then you can drop them, so you got to drop them and go
I
through
think
the level
those are also mobile, like, ammo packs, too.
I believe so as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like I guess a good analogy would be like the coffin in Terminator 3.
Yes, there you go. Something similar like that, except
see, we're dropping references all over the place in this bitch.
Dropping reference bombs, jeez.
Shout out to references.
Yeah.
And then up next you got the token, complete the game on every difficulty.
Yep, the difficulties do stack.
Mm-hmm.
By the way.
And hard boiled, pretty difficult.
Not too bad, but yeah, still pretty difficult.
It's still hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to. It's one of those things that you should do 2 playthroughs just so you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I did casual and then went right up to hard boiled.
Okay, and now, what this game shouldn't have a bunch of multiplayer achievements.
Multiplayer was fun, but unfortunately, it's one of those games that the multiplayer lasted about 10 minutes, and then there was nobody playing it anymore.
Yeah, everyone played one match and went, "Well, I'm gonna go back to playing this now."
Yeah, and now it's just
dead as
ghost
hell.
town. You're gonna get all these from boosting, and that's pretty much the only way.
Yes, and every single map has a host and complete 10 multiplayer matches on a single level.
I think you don't actually have to play the game, or maybe you do, but you can adjust the settings so it's like 1 kill or 1 minute or something.
Yeah, but the way that I heard about the boosting method for this is that like one person like hosts and gets all their matches done while the other person just kills them over and over and over to get their kills.
Maybe that's what it was, because actually that seems familiar. I remember doing something like that.
Yeah, I remember a friend of mine, Jester, talking about that.
Yeah.
Because that's how he did it. And the other last 2 that we're going to talk about is Be the Master. Kill 100 opponents as John Woo in the
Yeah, he's a multiplayer skin you can buy. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's just, he's John Woo. How could
Seeing
you not
old John Woo, like, diving over balconies and stuff.
sliding down skeletons.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, the museum level, the skeletal the skeletal dinosaur. That's great.
Yeah. How many games you get to do that in? That's right, 1,
Yeah.
and you're watching it right now. And finally, we're going to end with Hard-Boiled Master, which is to kill 307 opponents in multiplayer matches.
Yep.
And I believe that's a specific reference that we don't get, and then people are going to yell at us in the comments, or they're not because they don't get it themselves.
If I have to assume, and I'm really terrible at assuming things, I'm gonna go if that's the amount of people killed in Hard Boiled.
I'm gonna say maybe you're right, or maybe no, that's way too low. I was gonna say the amount of bullets fired, but that's way too low.
No, he fires like 307 bullets in like the first 5 minutes of the hospital scene.
Maybe that's how many times you reloaded.
Oh, I'm gonna go with bodies though. Who's gonna count reloads?
Body count.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, pretty much. That's where we're gonna end it at, as a high body count.
Yeah.
I don't know why I laughed at that joke, because it wasn't actually a joke. But we're gonna end this video now before I make a bigger fool of myself.